Have you ever loved someone so much that you thought your world revolved around them? That's how I felt about Rachel. For 10 years, she was my sun, my moon, and all my stars. Oh, we met in college. Two kids with big dreams and even bigger hearts. I was a shy art student, and she was this vibrant, outgoing business major who could light up any room she walked into. She saw something in me, something I didn't even see in myself, and for that, I would have given her anything. Our life together was a beautiful painting I thought we were creating side by side. We built a home not just with bricks and mortar, but with laughter, late-night talks, and shared dreams. When I got down on one knee, her eyes filled with tears, and she said yes before I even finished my question. Then came the little lies. A business dinner, she said, was with clients, turned out to be with someone I'd never heard of. A weekend trip, she said, was for a conference, had no record of her attendance. The truth, when it finally came, didn't arrive with a dramatic confrontation. Messages filled with I love yous and I miss yous that were unmeant for me. The other man wasn't a stranger. He was an old friend from her university days, someone she'd reconnected with at a reunion. His name was Mark. Reading their exchanges was like watching a movie of a life she was living without me. The most painful part, she told him she loved him, the same words she whispered to me at night. My love for her was a one-way street, a monologue she had politely listened to while her heart was performing a duet with another. But her confusion had lasted for years. My heartbreak was not a side effect. It was a foreseeable consequence of her choices. She confessed everything. She said she felt trapped, that our life, the one I thought was perfect, felt like a cage to her. She stayed with me out of comfort, out of fear, out of a twisted sense of loyalty that had nothing to do with love. Every I love you she had said to me for the past 2 years had been a lie. That night, our home became a house. The paintings on the walls, once symbols of our shared journey, now felt like relics of a life that was never real. I felt like a fool, blind, trusting fool, who had painted a masterpiece on a canvas that was already promised to someone else. The days that followed were a blur of pain. It was a physical ache, a constant weight on my chest that made it hard to breathe. Every corner of the house held a memory, now tainted. The coffee mug she used every morning, the scent of her perfume on a pillow, the sound of her laughter echoing in my mind. It was torture. She moved out within a week. The process was cold and clinical. We divided our possessions, our life, into two separate piles. It was a brutal summary of a decade-long relationship. The last time I saw her, she stood at the doorway and said, "I really did love you once, Scott." I don't know if she said it for my sake or for hers, but it didn't matter. The love she had for me was a memory. Her love for him was her present. For a long time, I couldn't paint. My hands felt heavy, my inspiration gone. How could I create beauty when my world had been shattered into a million ugly pieces? I was lost in a sea of betrayal and self-doubt. Was I not enough? What did he have that I didn't? These questions haunted my waking hours and my sleepless nights. And for the first time in months, I felt a release. I kept painting, canvas after canvas, pouring out all the pain, the anger, the confusion. My art became my therapy, my way of processing the wreckage of my past. Eventually, the colors started to change. It was hope. I realized that my life wasn't over. My story didn't end with her. Her chapter was finished, but my book was still being written. I learned that you can love someone with all your heart, but you can't make them love you back. You can't control their choices or their feelings. The only thing you can control is how you respond, how you pick up the pieces, and rebuild. My perfect picture was destroyed, but I learned that I could paint a new one, a different one that was just for me. It's been a few years now. I still think of Rachel sometimes, not with anger or bitterness anymore, but with a strange sense of detachment, like looking at an old photograph of someone you used to know. My art is thriving, and I've found a new kind of happiness, one that is quieter, more stable, and rooted in myself. If you're going through something similar, please know this: the pain is immense, but it is not permanent. You are not defined by someone else's inability to love you. Your worth is inherent. It's okay to grieve the future you lost, but don't forget to build a new one for yourself. Your masterpiece is still waiting to be painted. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe for more stories.